In unexpected discovery news submitted by Peace and Love JK, thousands of bones were discovered in a Vatican crypt during a search for a missing teenager.
This is a crazy, man.
Thousands?
In a crypt?
Yeah, that's what they said.
This reminds me of that fucking Da Vinci Code stuff, man.
Yep.
This is worse than that, man.
Oh yeah.
Thousands of bones? That's fucking crazy.
It's like Da Vinci Code that turned into like a conspiracy crazy thing.
They also said they don't know if it's like maybe 10 or hundreds of bones that's
It's fragments. Oh, wow.
or actual thousand, but they're doing tests.
But isn't a crypt where you're supposed to put bones anyway?
Yeah, so, okay, this started because there's this girl who disappeared back in the summer of 1983 named Emanuela Orlandi. And her parents, like, they worked in the Vatican, like, they were Vatican employees, and so they lived in the Vatican City. And so during that one summer, she was on her way home from a music lesson in central Rome, and that's when she disappeared. And so it's been all these years that her family has never given up and has tried looking for her all these years. And so finally they got this anonymous tip saying that maybe like check where the angel is pointing and like just really ominous clues.
That's standard.
That's very, that's so trippy.
Yeah, and so what they were referring to, it's this this German cemetery portion of Vatican City, and they were saying that it might be located in the tombs of Princess Sophie von Hohenlohe and Princess Charlotte Frederica, sorry I tried, of Mecklenburg. So that's where they checked those tombs. And so this is the area. And these are the tombs.
And they didn't find nothing.
Yeah, they did not find anything. In fact, it was really strange because
That guy's a sorry tipper then.
they should have had, no, but it's still,
It's such an epic, like, where the angel's pointing.
but it is leading to a bigger mystery because there should have been bones there.
Oh, there are no bones.
There's nothing there.
The princess's bones weren't there. And so they were saying when they were excavating or like, you know, just looking through the actual tomb, they were saying like chunks of that tomb, like the ceiling of the tomb is from that era. So back then is when they didn't even put the bones in there. So like who knows what happened to the actual
They've been lying.
So
Yeah.
nobody stole the bones originally? They think they just buried empty...
Yeah, well that's the mystery right now. Yeah, they're saying like quite possibly it just buried an empty tomb or like they have an empty tomb.
Oh, like they masked her murder or her death, I mean.
She faked her own death?
Yeah.
It's just a mystery. We don't even
It
know.
didn't look
But
like
these two princesses, oh no, okay, so I'm referring to the two princesses, just to be clear.
Right,
Not the
right.
missing girl.
Yeah.
Okay, so then,
Like they're supposed to be buried there, but they're not there, so that's another
And
mystery.
they haven't
already.
been there in forever.
She faked her own death. She was living it up in Versailles.
In
Yep.
the 1600s, maybe.
Could be.
so this is Emanuela Orlandi. This is a, you know, like missing poster. And this is where they found those thousands of bones that like it led them to, like from the tomb, it led them to this particular crypt where now they're reporting that thousands of bones have been found. They don't know, like Bart said, like if it's a few people or it's thousands of people. And they also don't know how recent these bones are either, like how recent they date. And so what a lot of speculation they're saying in the media is like, dude, the Vatican City, if these bones are recent, they got a lot of explaining to do.
Yeah, like hopefully there are a bunch of old bones of people that are supposed to be there and the crypts just got jumbled up. But the worst case scenario, they could just be a bunch of unsolved murders and disappearing people that have been tied to the Vatican, and then that would be fucking crazy.
So
know.
where was that crypt in relation to the princess graves? Close to it? How'd they...
Yeah, it was near it, yeah.
They were like, let's just open everything here?
Well, they were given more clues, and it was just one led to another, and then they started to, I forgot what
Who's the
reason
clue
it was,
master?
but they decided to. Yeah, anonymous tips.
IP address.
Who's okaying these clues? Because like,
The Vatican's okaying
that's
them
why-
to, they could bury in there. I mean, they could dig in there.
yeah, that's why for me when this story came up, I was like, whoa, because you don't ever hear anything come out of the Vatican City because it's just like it's pun intended, but it's just kind of like a tomb. Like whatever happens, it just kind of stays there.
Yeah.
So the
It's
fact
its own
that-
sovereign nation.
It is.
With its own military, its own
The
laws.
military looks interesting.
The Swiss.
They look like with the Shakespeare neck and then the spears.
Fucking badass.
They're like a team of Navy SEALs
Yeah,
that.
they're badass.
Well, then they should dress like it.
Yeah.
They want you to see them.
Why do they look like clowns, man?
Well, that's their ceremonial dress, but when they wear their actual fatigues, they have an armory full of like ARs and stuff like that too. But they just have to wear like they're working at medieval times.
It was just interesting for me that this anonymous tipper is giving people clues and
They're finding shit?
well, no, that they're allowing it. They're saying, yeah, whoever's giving you these tips, there's some sort of validity to it.
That's weird. And they are the ones testing the bones.
Right, why would, if they knew about this, hole full of bones, why wouldn't they be like, no, you can't, we can't go in here? Wouldn't they go in first, get rid of the bones?
Maybe there's people within that group that did this, and then there's other people that don't know, and then it's kind of like an internal battle.
Oh, like a whistleblower?
If there is a conspiracy, do you think we'll really know the answer?
Yeah, probably not. Because like Tiff said, there's conflict of interest because the Vatican City is doing their own digging and their own testing.
Well, we're investigating ourselves. It's all good.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but the family, so the brother of, his name is Pietro Orlandi, he's saying that, the investigations into the ossuaries are, it's a great satisfaction, and so he's very happy, right?
Great bone structure.
Yeah, and so he's also saying that it's important that a private, source is also looking into the bones because...
Verifying it.
Yeah.
Because the Vatican loves to cover up things.
Vatican's like, good news, all these bones are old bones.
So it's crazy.
And it's done in a private area where the public can't even go and bury anything.
That's why,
So-
that's a good point to point out because, they're saying that these bones were discovered where they don't have access, it's not accessible to the public. So it's, whoever did this is involved.
Within the Vatican.
Vatican.
Criminals don't just go where they're allowed to go. If I was a criminal,
Or there's no access.
They have to follow the signs.
They have to say no guns allowed. They don't bring the guns.
That's exactly right.
No, it's like a private area. I mean, and it's
highly guarded.
sealed. It's cement. Yeah, it's really hard. So it has to be an inside job, is what people were saying. Like if this happened, it's within the Vatican and within the people. Yeah.
So this sounds, though, the Emanuela thing, how is that relevant then? Because it happened in 83, why is this person, RIP, why is this person so important that they had to go in and be like, oh, check here.
or why did the clues come up now?
Right.
That's a good question.
Why was someone like, we've been thinking about this girl. I forgot I had these clues. You should
By
check
the
us
way.
out. I had temporary.
Or maybe they retired and they're like, finally, I can tell all, or who knows.
Their
then,
NDA expired.
Or the person that actually did the crime died, so they feel, I don't know. There might be a lot of, they don't.
That answers your thing, but I think for your question, Gio, I think it's because of the fact that she was living in the Vatican City and it was a huge story back when it first happened, and it's been something that's been constantly investigated by the family, so they seem to have some sort of amount of power to follow these clues because the Vatican City agreed to it too.
And if the parents worked at the Vatican, they clearly have some sort of, access.
Exactly, yeah.
I feel like here, if we were like, hey, I think there's some clues in this casket, people are like, fuck off. They got to open up some ancient princess's casket. That's fucking tight.
Fucking crazy.
That's very
That's
nice
true.
policing.
It's like opening up George Washington's casket and they're cool with it.
I'm like, I think my brother's in there. And they're like, okay, we are very nice here.
That's what I was asking, who approves this?
Right.
Yeah, so it is the Vatican themselves, and then they said in a statement, they said once again showing its openness towards the Orlandi family, and that they are agreeing for these investigations to take place, even if it was only based on an anonymous report. So they're trying to say, you see how good we are?
That's weird.
But she's not the only missing girl, too. There's several other girls that were living or in the Vatican, and they went missing at around the same time.
It's weird that it's girls and not little
15,
boys.
yeah, 15 years. Well, because they
Wonder
already
if there's
got
a
the
connection.
boys at the altars.
Oh, they don't want to kill the boys. They need the boys to stay alive.
Yeah.
It's the girls. You're like, oh.
No, but there's other girls that were missing, and it's just unsolved. So I think it's also weird because it's they're a private, city, and everything is all hidden. That if this happened in any other country, it's oh yeah, it happens. But then at the Vatican, it just feels like it should be extra protected.
Yeah, it's its own country. They have their own passport too.
Are they allowed to say, could they have said, no, we're not opening up this thing and everyone would just have to drop it? Or were they trying to get ahead of someone else coming in and doing the investigation? They wanted to be the one I don't know.
That
the
might
laws
be-
there. They make the laws.
Yeah, it's their own country.
It's crazy how something that is known to be the religious entity of the world, like everyone knows the Vatican and talks about that shit, is so fucking sexy to all of us.
I'm going there in September. I'll let you know.
It's so secretive.
Please do.
Go check out
What's
the great.
sexy about the Vatican?
Everything. The secrecy.
More than Amsterdam?
The crypts, the closed doors, the fucking
That's a
ancient
different
books,
sexy.
the fucking old library there, man. And they won't let anyone in there to read shit.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Like, why does it have like? Why does
Tom Hanks got to go in there.
See? And wasn't that a sexy movie?
Yeah, and it has like.
Oh yeah, that was a good.
Like, why does it need like
parents
us all powerful military for what? It's crazy.
I think they got a lot of wealth.
Well, yeah.
Don't they have like from hundreds and hundreds of years ago?
And that's crazy too. And it's like if they do have a lot of wealth and they're in the middle of another country, why can't they rely on Italy's military to protect them? Why do they need their own from Italy? So it's just crazy.
I just think since they're known to all of us as being so sexy, they should show a little more leg. They should show. They should just
But that's
adjust
why
the
they're
practices.
sexy, Steve, because they won't.
You're right.
I saw a lot of like whistleblowing and stuff from the nuns. That there's this documentary.
Is it called The Nuns?
No,
Oh, isn't that a
but
scary movie?
they came out and they were talking about this evil ass dude that was in the Vatican, and he was like getting them to all be involved in orgies and drug parties and all that. Yeah. And then there's also the
I mean, that's why they're
controversy.
so secretive.
Yeah, and then they just keep
Right?
hiding shit, right? So like that's the same thing.
It's so fascinating.
It's so fucking sexy, bro. Pulpy.
Even though the American side of the church, where they would just send the guys, like if they get accused of molestation, they would just send them to another church, and you would just keep doing it again and again and again.
Damn.
So many
I wonder
secrets.
who started it. Like who?
Who started touching boys?
Like who? Yeah. Like why? Like
Who started touching boys?
A lot of guys touch
Peter?
boys.
Is his name Peter? This is the first. Peter the First?
Saint Peter.
Yeah, St. Peter the First.
Doesn't he have a basilica?
yeah.
Yeah.
Probably
Isn't
it
there
was him.
like also like not to be like a history buff? I know a lot of things. But, when they were building the Great Wall of China, they just like threw all the bodies of people in. What if this was just like, oh, we built this crypt. Sorry, you're dead. We're just gonna bury you in the crypt that you were building.
That's true. Or like in France,
history
the
buff you are.
catacombs.
The way you ended it with such uncertainty, I love.
Because it was a question.
No, I know. I agree.
could be.
Not just a blonde.
I agree.
Yeah, it could be like when they had the Black Plague, like with the catacombs or whatever. Like it's just a bunch of people
Is
died.
that what the catacombs are?
So they had to throw people in there. Well, it's a mixture of a lot of things. There's the plague, there's wars, there's all that.
You went in the catacombs, right?
No, that's the one thing I didn't get to do.
I didn't get to do either.
Should I go?
Yes.
If you're going to Europe, do everything.
You should go to the Vatican City though.
Yeah, that's on my list.
Basilica,
Yeah.
it's fucking.
Yeah, that church
Yeah.
blows your mind. Like,
I didn't
how
get to
is
go.
this here?
Oh, because the donation plate.
I mean, I know how, but it's
But how it was built
Murder?
like in like the 1200s or whatever.
Yeah, all the people who built it, they just buried into the floor.
the Sistine Chapel is breathtaking.
Yeah.
And they don't let you take photos, but you gotta sneak.
We all take
I
photos.
prove I was there. Shit.
You gotta sneak up.
How do they not let you take photos?
They stole gold from indigenous people.
Really?
That's how it got there.
Stole gold.
From indigenous people, that's how they got there.